Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Netters Network Thursday Things. And I'm not sure where my special guest is, so right now we're going to start off with me and Troy. And you know, Troy is the love of my life. He's that guy at the end of the bar. He's Carton, the Klingon cleric, and he's one of the geeky geezers. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I am doing great, thank you. And I'm sipping on, well, the rock star that you gave me. This one is, what's this one called? It's just called Rockstar Energy Drink. I think this is the original. It tastes a little bit like bubble gum. Not my usual fare, but I had to get an even 4 in order to get the sale price.
Right, because we got that when we were in Ohio visiting folks. And we need some energy drinks for the trip back home. And they only had 3 of our regular flavor.
Yep. But yeah. So it's been a week. So this past weekend we drove up to Ohio, stayed with my mom for a couple days, attended the vow renewal of a good friend of the channel, Chris Kent, and his lovely wife. We it was great time. Oh, by the way, his channels are longest running superhero RPG in history on Earth, whatever. And just yeah. And our D&D game, I think it's called. I may have gotten that wrong. But correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But anyway, there we go. But yeah, so it was a long drive up, a long drive back.
But the wedding was beautiful.
It was a beautiful wedding. And
the best fried chicken I ever had.
It was darn good fried chicken, let me tell you. And we ended up having to come back a little early because I was getting very sketchy internet connection, and I had to be able to be online for work on Monday, regardless of where I was. I had to be online, so we had to come home early, and it was probably for the best because it gave us 2 days to recuperate.
Yeah, we need a little recuperation there.
If nothing else, just to sleep in our own beds. That's
yeah. It's like, I mean, I love my mother-in-law, but the bed she has to sleep in is normally her bed.
Yeah.
And the mattress is so hard.
Just rock hard.
It's like you just wake up with a backache. So it's like, I want to be in my own bed.
Yep. But
yeah, so I still haven't seen or heard my guest.
If anyone knows where the Baron might be, give him a shout out for us. We sent him the link. We verified with him. So don't know what might be going on with him, but I am taking this opportunity to make sure that I am subscribed to everyone that's in the chat, including Everest Productions. I'm already subscribed. And
yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure that I was subbed to Everest Productions before, but YouTube likes to unsub people.
Yep. So always worth double checking. Make sure that you are subscribed.
So make sure you check that you are subbed to everyone in the chat, because YouTube does like to unsub you. And you know, if you're not subbed to Sway, send him a sub. You know, every little bit helps, and that's the purpose of my Thursday things. In fact, that's pretty much the purpose of all of our streams that we do, is we're trying to build one another up. And when I have a guest on, I talk about them. I want to know more about them to help build them up, build up their channel, so that if you're not a subscriber, go check them out. Some of the guests I've had have said really, really interesting stuff going on in their channels. Go check them out. You'll be hooked. You know, share with your friends so they get even more subs, and together we grow, like PJ from Marvel Nation always says.
Yep, exactly right.
Pat S said to chill Texan real quick. Cool.
Good. And because next week we have a very special guest next week that I've been looking forward to interviewing, because I don't get to talk to this person ever, do I?
Sort of.
I mean, he's a fairly big YouTuber, so he really doesn't need, our help to promote his channel. but I like his channel, and I know you will too. Of course, I'm talking about Agent Boomer. How you doing, my friend? I see you in the chat there.
Speaking of the chat, we should say hello to
Yeah, let's say hi to everybody else. Let's go through the list.
Okay, first up I saw was Lady Mist.
Yeah.
How you doing, sweetie? Pretty lady.
Dropping the flowers, encouraging us. She is so sweet.
Into StreamYard because I see more people that way. Okay. Next up was Deleted Scenes. How you doing, sweetie? And it was just and then of course that last call guy, and it was just the three of you for a while.
Yep. Had all the blue wrenches here, just making sure everything looked good.
Then I have Hound 3000 needs some hugs. Aw.
Well.
Hugs.
You know what? And I just subscribed to you, Hound
So did
3000. I just saw you got some content there. I'll have to check you out after the stream.
Yeah, and of course we would appreciate a sub out.
Of course.
I see Evelyn Hampton. How you doing, Admiral?
Good to see you. Going to be hanging out with you in a couple weeks too, right?
And of course, my guest for next week, H Boomer.
There he is.
How you doing, sweetie? We got Brandon, the anime guy. Oh, that's great to see you in here.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh. He's not that kind of Brandon, honey.
There are so many Brandons that I follow just on YouTube. Like Brandon Herrera.
But still, be nice. We have Pat S. How you doing, sweetie?
Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you.
JPRPH1. How you doing, sweetie?
Hello.
Let's see. I think there's just somebody else. I know I saw another name.
Let's see.
Sometimes when I'm scrolling in StreamYard, though, it like covers names, so I can't see them all.
And I did say Everest Productions earlier.
Everest Productions, yes. I think that might be it. I'm almost near the bottom. Oh, Connie Clary, how you doing, sweetie?
Oh, hey, Connie. Connie, and then John Pontoriero. How you doing? Both of which bought me drinks on my channels. So if you want to hear the songs I sang to them, go back and check out my channel.
Yeah, he tries to theme them. So
I do.
If depending on the drink, he'll try and find a song to match.
Scuba Pete! Scuba Pete! Oh, yes, you are so encouraging. Super appreciate. I was telling Netter, you said hi the other day. I was on one of listening to one of Michael's streams, and I said something, and you said hi to me, and you said hi, Netter, and she's like, I wasn't even in the stream. I'm like, well, he knows that, you're nearby when I'm in a stream, which, of course, is incredibly encouraging to us. So thanks so much, Scuba Pete.
And I'm dropping some other hi sweeties in my chat. So I have Gorilla Random Thoughts. How you doing, sweetie?
Yep.
Lester San Jose. How you doing, sweetie? I got to drop you a hi, sweetie, in the actual chat because I do that with everybody.
The Potawatomi. How's it going, my friend? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of previous guests on the channel here. So make sure you're subscribed to each other, and then look back in Netter's back catalog and see the interviews that we did with all the people you're hanging out with tonight.
Absolutely. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, please let me know, because I do want to shout you out. I always do. I always want to shout you out.
Yep.
Because, without you guys, it would just be me and Troy talking, and we talk to each other all the time anyway.
Yeah, pretty much all day, every day.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of live together, so
yeah. Yeah, we do have easy access to each other.
That is true.
I won't elaborate on that too much. We'll keep it PG.
If we really want to be annoying to one another, his office is downstairs, my office is upstairs. We can actually get on our AIs and what is it you do? Drop in.
Drop in
so
on Netter's office.
I can drop into his office.
Exactly. Oh boy. I am so behind though. Yeah, having been out of town for a couple days, I am not up to date on the notes for, well, obviously I would be putting together the notes for Agent Boomer for Sunday, but what I usually keep up on, if nothing else, is what's coming up on all the other channels. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get an opportunity to do that, during the stream and get those notes up to date, because
of course you will.
Of course I will have to. Otherwise, I'll just have to, off the top of my head, and then I won't have any links to share with you all, which is bad unprepared Troy.
And of course, if you're not already sub to Deleted Scenes, make sure you are sub to him. He is everybody's favorite Blue Runch. He's always dropping those links in on my channel and Troy's channel and Agent Boomer's channel and Big Al's channel. Yeah, I didn't see Big Al tonight. Usually he just pops in to say hi, but he didn't this night. Big Al, if you're watching this in the future, I miss you.
Yeah, Big Al, you know, I love that guy. He is dropping videos all week long. He's been guesting on a lot of people's channels. Guys, you know, I get it because I do the same thing, but just be careful you're not stretching yourself too thin. It can get really, really challenging. Am I right, Deleted Scenes? Am I right? You know, just you know, you guys are awesome, and but you guys you gotta eat and sleep sometimes, right?
Hi, Pacific 414. How you doing, sweetie?
Hey, buddy. Good to see you.
It's like, wow, I've got a really good crowd tonight. I'm so glad you guys showed up.
Well, I feel like a lot of these people have come here to see the Baron, and the Baron's not here, so I don't know what to tell you.
Pat, did you hear back from him? So let me know.
Yeah. But
yeah, because I don't even see that he's seen the link I sent.
I don't want to get too far ahead of him, but I do know that, and he'll probably explain why when we get a chance to talk to him. But of course, the character of and I don't know how it's pronounced because I've only ever seen it in writing. Is it Orman Tagge or Tage? I don't know because the name comes from, the character comes from the old Marvel comics. So he was a character in the comics. If I remember, he was an Imperial. As I recall, he was a non-force wielder, but he had a lightsaber. I believe that was his story. Okay. If I remember.
Right now, I want everyone to be sending good thoughts, good wishes, prayers, whatever it is that you believe in, for the Baron, because Pat has texted him and said, I'm kind of worried. He's a very responsible guy and has not answered. So let's just hope that he's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure.
Maybe he fell asleep.
I was just going to say, sometimes you take a nap, you forget to set the alarm, or you set it for AM when you meant PM or whatever.
Or sometimes the time zones get messed up where you think it's one time zone, it's another.
I am so serious. That exact kind of stuff has happened to me. I mean, usually it's the worst is when I have a stream like in the morning, and at least twice I did that to Matthew Flynn. So he's in the UK, so very, very different time zones. So very easy to miscommunicate, the time. Also, they don't change their time zones the same time we do, always. So if you're close to that time zone change, that's how I screwed it up one time too. And then there was just 1 week I completely forgot to set the alarm to wake up early on a Sunday, and so I'm surprised he hasn't kicked me to the curb, but he's a very forgiving kind of guy. So,
but hey, if you go over to Matthew Flynn's channel, that would be like last year.
Oh yeah. Last year and the year before, got a lot of streams. We did a bunch of Ben 10. I was on with him for a bunch of Transformers.
Hey Jerry, how you doing?
Conversations and so forth. So yeah. Oh yeah, hi Jerry. So 1970s Marvel Comics. I got all of those, the whole run from the 1970s through the 1980s. My understanding is that the Baron has now been canonized in the new, or this is what they say. Don't get me started. They say that all these new books and comics are all now canon, which I don't buy, because if you could so easily jettison, previous books and comics, you're just going to do the same with this other stuff too. If it's not on screen, it's not canon as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But apparently, they're saying that his appearances with Dr. Aphra and in War of the Bounty Hunters and whatnot is canonical. So that's what they say. Don't know what to tell you about that. But but yeah, head of the House of Tagge until his death in 0 ABY. Sorry for the spoiler. Elder brother of...
He died?
Yeah. Tagge was also the head of Tagge Company, a massive conglomerate. Oh, that's right. I believe he was a character in the Han Solo series too.
This does taste like bubblegum.
It does taste like bubblegum, doesn't it?
Scooch that back over to you.
Over the years, Tagge became famous, and his likeness has been used as the logo of the fast food chain Biscuit Baron. Once the Empire was firmly in control of the galaxy, Tagge proposed the formation of the Corporate Sector Authority. There you go. There's the Han Solo trilogy there. A region of the Outer Rim territories that was under corporate control. Palpatine acquiesced and agreed to allow the establishment of the company, and Tagge eventually became the CSA leader. During the Galactic Civil War, Baron Tagge plotted to gain more favor with Emperor Palpatine by attacking a rebel base on the moon Yavin 4, but his plans were thwarted by rebel commander Luke Skywalker. So, yep, these stories all come from the Marvel Comics run during the 70s. If
I can, and it means shot out of a howitzer, I'm done with that.
I like that, Pat S. Yes. Look, I have pointed out to people, and people resist this, especially people that are in the entertainment industry or close to the entertainment industry. Canon is not, despite what a lot of people want to tell you, is not set by the IP owners. I'm sorry. Lucasfilm and Disney and even Papa George himself do not set the canon. The canon is established by the fans. We are talking about modern mythology. We're talking about stories that we tell, and I don't care if they're commercial things that are under copyright and that are under trademark, but the audiences receive them. They make role-playing games and video games, and they make their own fan fiction and so forth. And the things that people remember and pass on to future generations, that is canon. That's how mythology works. Because well after Disney has crumbled to the ground and is no longer in existence, which may be a lot sooner than later, the way things are looking, these trademarks run out, the copyrights fall into public domain. What is canon is what is remembered by the people still keeping those stories alive.
Evelyn said that my channel is disconnecting, it's spiraling, buffering. Is it still doing that? Is anyone else seeing an issue or having an issue? And can you hear both Jean and Troy okay?
Yeah, let us know, because that's the kind of thing where it could just be one person or it could be everybody. Interestingly, I'm monitoring the stream myself, so it's going out and coming back with a 30-second delay, and I'm not having any upload or download problems, so please let us know.
Actually, I counted. It's 8 seconds.
Whatever. It's not a long enough pause to bleep out the bad words, so there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, you know that the only bad words you're not allowed to say.
Well, I do. I am trying to be better about all the swears, really, because the hope is one of these days we actually could be monetized, but in the meantime, I guess it doesn't really matter that much,
and
does it?
For future guests, whether you're listening to this now or in the future, I only have really one rule when you are live with me. I don't care if you drop F-bombs all day long, but you do not take the Lord's name in vain on my channel. That's right. That's where I draw the line.
That's right. That's why I say hell damn fart. That's a Simpsons reference, by the way.
gosh, we haven't watched. Interesting story.
Yeah, direct parallel to what we
Yeah.
were just talking about here.
We used to watch The Simpsons and, Family Guy and all those. And then they had the Simpsons movie. And I thought the movie was interesting. And then it got to the end, and Marge took the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah.
Never watched another Simpson episode after that.
Yeah.
It's like Marge doesn't swear, and she especially doesn't take the Lord's name in vain. Right there, it ended it for me. I never watched another episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, like totally destroyed Marge Simpson for me.
Yeah, that's a shame. But, yeah.
Actually, deleted scenes. I don't remember you ever doing that on my channel. But if you did, you're forgiven.
Yeah. You don't usually swear at all, deleted scenes.
He's like so mellow,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes, believe it or not, The Simpsons is still on. Well, last I checked. I don't know
Okay,
if
so now I have to Google
they're
it.
still on for the current season or not. Look, we have not watched network television in years.
We haven't watched real TV in about 4 years.
Yeah, it's
if
been
you
about
see
4
me
years.
looking over my laptop, it's because Troy's sitting about 4 feet in front of me,
Right,
and I
right.
keep looking over to look at his face.
Yep.
Okay, according to Google, The Simpsons has been renewed through 2025.
Wow.
The show debuted in 1989, and there have been 36 seasons and 1,800 episodes.
Holy crap.
So there you go.
No kidding. My gosh. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, okay. He's saying it was on my channel, the Blue Milk stream.
oh,
It was a bit vitriolic that night. Yeah, I know. Star Wars has been a bit of a contentious thing for all of us. I have not, on a related note, I haven't put up the link for my stream for tomorrow night yet, because although I am planning to do a sequel to last week's stream, if we get any big news in the next 24 hours related to Lucasfilm, which is entirely a possibility, I may decide last minute to run with that. But yeah, I was very convicted by something you said, deleted scenes. You did a video recently about why you weren't going to be talking about Star Wars anymore on your channel or doing any reviews related to it and whatnot. And I'm like, you know what? That's exactly why I'm not doing the reviews of these things anymore. There's plenty of channels out there that are doing reviews, for example, of Dial of Destiny. You don't need one more channel coming on to tell you, yeah, the first 20 minutes was good, but the rest of it sucked, and that Fleabag chick is horrible and just insufferable, and it was very clear that it was a hatchet job, and, Kathleen Kennedy and Mangold and blah, 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 blah. You don't need to hear that. You're hearing it from all the other channels, and what I don't want is to keep feeding the algorithm for Lucasfilm, even with the negativity. And honestly, I will not go, I know a lot of channels say, well, I have to go see it so you don't have to. Yes, one channel can go see it so the rest of us don't have to. But I swear, as little money as this movie is made this weekend, I think it's all YouTubers going to review it.
yeah. And Big Al could probably do a 10-word review on it.
No, he did do a full review
did
on
he?
it. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah, it's like there are certain movies that Big Al will do a 10-word review on, and he's told us that it's really, it's really, really challenging just to be able to use 10 words or less to do a review. It's something I've never tried. Of course, I also haven't seen a new movie in forever, so.
Yeah, no, exactly. But, yeah, so I get that. I need to, so Deleted Scene says I need to get my link up for Sunday. Fletcher just finished the thumbnail. I also have 3 movie reviews coming up, including Indy 5. Okay, so you did end up seeing Indy 5. Okay.
It's like, I gotta just sit down and edit the 5 or 6 things I still have to edit. I have one that I look back on it. This is how lazy I've been. I have a video from almost 3 years ago from when I had braces, what to expect as an adult wearing braces, that I still need to edit.
Yeah.
You can tell it's an old video once I finally get around to editing it because I have bangs.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, yeah, I need to do that. I need to do my kitchen remodel video because my bathroom remodel videos, 5-part series, is already up. So now I need to do the kitchen one, which I think is only going to be one because most of what I would be talking about in the kitchen one, I already talked about in the bathroom one. So, but kind of showing you the before, the after. And I'm still really pleased with the way everything came out for those of you who did watch my bathroom reno video.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, everything held up pretty well. I occasionally have a problem with the tiles I use for my bathroom floors staying stuck. So I just need to use a stronger adhesive underneath because they're supposed to be peel and stick. But occasionally they want to come up. And I don't know if it's the humidity or what. So I end up putting like a adhesive down that's really strong, and then sticking them back down. They're usually okay after that.
Although I'm really seriously considering replacing them with metallic tile.
Okay, and how do you keep them from rusting?
They're stainless steel.
Which can rust. They
Well,
can.
They can. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Or I could put Fablon on. I mean, like just a roll of Fablon on the floor. See if I could find that pattern.
A single roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the edges then, right? Exactly.
Right.
Won't peel up then in the middle.
Yeah, it's like the hardest part, I think, of my bathroom reno when I did that was trying to do a template for around the toilet. I mean, I did one, but it was like the first template I did. Well, actually, the template was fine, but then when I put the tiles on top of it to cut out, I had them right side up instead of upside down, so I ended up cutting them wrong, and I had to sacrifice 4 more tiles to do it the right way. So that was like probably the hardest part of the whole bathroom reno. So it's like, and the kitchen reno was really pretty easy. I fabled on the countertops, painted the cabinets, put in new hardware. Pretty similar to what I did in the bathroom. So it's like, but yeah, I'll get around to editing that one and a few other ones I have. And then I'm trying to put together another one because I know that, I forget who it was now, but somebody asked for a stream on what they called life hacks. And there's a couple things that, I think are convenient and would be useful. Like a really easy way to open your mail. Someone on my how to fold a fitted sheet video asked about putting a cover on like a case onto like their quilt or duvet, like a duvet thing. And I said, oh, it's really easy. You just turn it inside out, put it at the bottom, so it's the bottom seam is at the bottom of your pillow or your quilt, whatever. And then you just kind of peel it up, and then it's right side in, and your thing is covered. And so they're like, can you do a video showing that? So I want to put that together, and a couple other little things that I came up with, some makeup related that are useful. So put those together, and I might end up doing like a stream, live stream, but then showing these little vids because it's hard to do some of the stuff in front of the camera. You need a certain camera angle. So like showing the how to open up the mail thing, I'd have to have the camera kind of behind me to show how I'm doing it, which I can't do this way because then you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing, and I'd have to try and do it backwards otherwise, and I wouldn't be able to do that. So that makes sense. So I will have a life hacks thing coming up at some point. I'm hoping to do that the next time I don't have a guest, so I can just show these little snips to help out.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, I got a funny work story.
Okay.
So we have a new what is he? I guess he's CEO because our other one retired. And so they had the, everyone come meet the new CEO thing. And they were doing it in small department groups. So they had my team and I think 3 other teams. So there was maybe about 30 of us there. And we all had to go around, introduce ourselves, what's our title, what do we do a little bit, and just say something. And most people were just like, yeah, this is my name, I'm in this department, I've been here this many years, and I live, in this area, because we all work from home. So my plan was to say, my name is Nana Picelli, I'm fulfillment coordinator, I work under Debbie, who's my boss. I'm in Illinois, and I'm pretty close to the office. That's what I intended to say. I got to, I'm Nana Picelli. I've worked here for 2.5 years. I really like my coworkers in the company. Welcome.
There you go.
And then I texted my supervisor. And I was like, okay, how lame was that? Oh, Fluff Chick Productions. How are you, sweetie?
Good to see ya.
It's like, even though I kind of wrote it out what I wanted to say in front of me, it still didn't come out right.
Yeah, I get you.
So, anyone else have cringe moments when you meant to see one thing and you say something else?
Nope, I'm perfect all the time.
Of course you are. You're Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way.
Yeah, exactly. No, I honestly, I'm sure I have lots of those kinds of moments, but I tend to actively block them out of my memory.
Yeah, it's like I try to.
You literally went to the effort of creating the stream. You goof. Okay, thank you. I will copy that.
What?
He copied or he created the stream already. So, thank you. That does help me. Yeah, goof.
And of course, Deleted Scenes is dropping links to everyone's channel because he's awesome that way. So make sure that again that you are sub to everybody that's in the chat. And if you think you're sub to somebody, go back and check that you are still sub to them because
Exactly.
YouTube likes to unsub people. I've come across at least 3 people in the last week that I know I was sub to, and I wasn't anymore, so I had to resub to them.
I was, I'm glad that you got that thumbnail there because I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh yeah, I guess those are probably, from what I've heard, very good films because, my first instinct is we haven't had a very good year for films this year. But, the ones that were good, I guess were really, really good. So you make a great point there.
Yeah, it's like I haven't really been paying attention to what movies are out. I know there's the Indiana Jones one. I know there's Barbie. I know Indiana Jones, from what I've heard from other people, it wasn't great. From Barbie, I haven't really heard anything either way. Just as it's kind of, somebody said, I heard one person say it was kind of dumb, but I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean. Dumb how. So if anyone's seen Barbie, or has it, I guess it's come out, somebody's actually seen it. So if anyone's seen it, you have an opinion, drop it in the chat. I'm trying to see if there's any bits of chat that I've missed, because things just scrolled right by. Oh, Pat S says, I put the fuzzy rug things around my toilet. I had highlighted that before. I put the fuzzy rug thing around my toilet. They make matching sets that cover your tank tops and seat and lid too. Yeah, it's like my mom had one of those when I was growing up. It was blue. And it was, across the toilet tank, around the bottom of the toilet, so on the floor, on the toilet tank. And I thought there was a 4th piece, but I don't remember where that would have gone. Or maybe hers went on the top of the toilet tank and then the side of the toilet tank, because toilet tanks would sweat, and that kept it from sweating, I guess.
So, as far as movies go, if you want to go see a movie this weekend, Netter, I've been hearing some great things about Sound of Freedom. I know that Deleted Scenes will be talking about it on Sunday.
Do you want to show that? Oh, that's not your thumbnail.
Yeah, that's his thumbnail, yeah. But I think that would be... Barbie isn't out yet. Wasn't planning to see it. If I do, it will be for review purposes only. Yeah, I honestly, for a while there, was thinking Barbie would be good. I loved what I was seeing in the trailers and whatnot. And then they had to start their marketing campaign, and I just lost all interest. I'm not going to be going to see it unless I hear absolutely really great things about it from people I trust in the opening week.
I figure it must be out, or at least previews were done, because some people have been talking about the Barbie movie. But I like Gorilla Random Thoughts. I'm a minute behind, but I get told I talk out my ass because my mouth knows better.
Well, I've been there. Been there, absolutely.
Especially after he's had a couple of brandies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So, just to share. So last Friday was a pre-recorded stream that Boomer and I had recorded on, I believe it was Tuesday of last week, before I went out of town. And I was drinking a brandy. Thank you, Deleted Scenes, for buying me that drink. And I may have drunk a little too much in a short amount of time on an empty stomach. And as I was telling Netter and Agent Boomer, I don't remember ending that stream.
He doesn't remember half the conversations that went on.
Netter and I talked about movies that she ordered on Amazon and they arrived, and I'm like, why did you order this movie? She said, you don't remember us talking? No. She's like, oh, that's right, you were drunk. Honestly, I don't remember ending the stream, so it wasn't, and I didn't get a chance on Friday to actually watch it with you all. I tried getting into the stream. I chatted a little bit in the chat, but I was getting very, very sketchy internet, so I had to drop out. It wasn't until Sunday when I got home, Sunday evening, listened to the whole stream through, and I was like, okay, here's the part I missed. So I'm going through and I'm like, we only talked about like half the summer movies that I wanted to talk about. And I typed to Boomer in direct message. I'm like, we didn't get to all the movies in your slideshow, did we? He's like, yeah, we did. We talked about all of them. He says the last few of them we went through very quickly because I needed to get going. And I'm like, I don't remember that. And I'm looking at some of the movies and I'm like, I know I wanted to say this about this movie and this about this movie, and I don't remember saying any of that. Well, when I went back and listened to it, I did say all those things. I just don't remember having said it. I'm like, see, I think alike. I know how I think, even when I'm drunk.
So that movie that you want to take me to see, Pat says, rough storyline. Latino Silent was crying. Never seen Polly do that before.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I kind of figure it's going to be that kind of a movie, but I also think it's the kind of movie that really deserves the support. Especially, you know what? Jim Caviezel, too. He definitely deserves the support. So, yeah, I really do think I'm going to try and convince Netter to go with me to see that one.
Has anyone got in touch with the Baron just so we know he's okay? I mean, I don't mind rescheduling with him, but right now I just want to make sure he's okay.
The problem is with social media, limited ways to get a hold of somebody,
Right, but Pat was texting.
Yeah, I know. Texting
so was,
directly,
I think,
yeah.
Potawatomi.
And I know that Pacific 414...
That was at Pacific 414.
Pacific 414 said he's not on Discord, so can't do anything with that. But that's okay. Don't worry about it. Like I said, these things happen.
Right, but Pat was saying that he's usually very reliable and all that, so just want to make sure he's okay.
But, again, giving the benefit of the doubt, very reliable on a regularly scheduled program you're on every week as opposed to, something planned out a month in advance, one-time shot, it's I get that. That's the one you're more likely to miss. It happens. It happens. I totally get it. But yeah.
Mr. San Jose said, was intrigued early on about the sound of freedom.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's the kind of story that we can't talk a lot about on YouTube without running afoul of certain algorithms and, certain lacks of freedom on the platform.
Well, you can always use substitute words like we had to when we discussed the coof.
No, I think it's better. You guys just do a Google search, and the first thing that'll come up will be what do you call it? Not a synopsis.
Talk about it on my channel, because what are they going to do? Demonetize me? Ha!
I know.
But speaking of being monetized, since I'm not, I do have a link to my PayPal if you want to buy me a drink.
Right, exactly. She deserves it living with me. Let's be honest, guys.
I'm still trying to making me a margarita.
I was going to do that last week, but we really didn't have time, and I would still have to get out and do some shopping. So that will be happening in the next couple weeks, I promise.
Okay, as long as you promise.
What do you want?
You all need to hold him to that.
Do you want me to sing Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville? Is that what I'm supposed to sing for that one?
You can, but the drink's for me.
Well, yes, I know.
Okay, Pat hasn't heard back from Baron.
Too bad Baron disappeared.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And said he DM'd him. It's like, I DM'd him a couple of times on Twitter and nothing. Cause on Twitter it'll show if it's been seen. And my last couple of DMs, including the link to the stream, have not been seen.
Yeah. So that tells me he's otherwise occupied.
I said I don't mind rescheduling with them. That's perfectly fine.
I mean, we are at the 1 hour mark. Should we just get into
I guess
into the
start winding
the week in
down?
review? Okay.
So tomorrow on Friday night, last call.
Yeah, like I said, don't have the link up yet because I'm holding out that we may get a last minute topic, but I don't think we are. Every hour that goes by, it seems less and less likely. But Friday is the day that they tend to drop the kind of news I'm expecting. So
I know Friday's payday.
Well, and it's the day they let people go usually. So that's what I am thinking. That's the kind of news that I'm looking at.
Oh, the KK?
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't. Let's not be too on the nose about it.
They've been letting her go for like 10 years.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. But I am looking at Lucasfilm to see if there's going to be any big news in the next 24 hours. Not expecting it, but just in case. But more likely, the topic is going to be the part 2 from last week. Last week we talked about the summer films of 1982. I'm going to get into the soundtracks of 1982 and the music of 1982. That was a very formidable summer for me in shaping this guy that I am. And yeah, so that's going to be part 2 of our 1982 talk.
Oh, it's like Delete Scene says, will a certain someone get their walking papers? Inquiring minds want to know. Right,
exactly. I want to know. But that brings us to Saturday over on Netter's Network. Netter of Netter's Network, what will we be watching on your channel on Saturday night?
We will be watching Child's Play.
The original Child's Play.
So break out your Chucky dolls.
Yes, absolutely.
We own at least 2. I can't get to them, but
yeah.
Like, had I thought of this over when we came back, I could have tried to dig them up from where they're hiding, but Yeah, it's too much of an effort right now. But yes, Child's Play.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I haven't watched it in a long time. But yeah, we'll talk about that on Saturday. Sunday's the big night. We've got a big lineup on Sunday. So starting at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, over on Deleted Scenes channel. There's the exact link to the stream. Unscripted with Deleted Scenes, episode 21, best of 2023 so far. And we'll be talking about some of the movies we were just talking about.
And I
And
want to say hello to the chairman. We're just wrapping up, but you can rewind.
yep, absolutely. Welcome, Chairman. And of course, Unscripted is the official lead-in to Geeky Geezers over on Age of Boomers channel,
Yep.
where we will bring you the week's geeky news. There will be a lot of news. So I'm trying to convince Age of Boomer that we need to truncate and shorten, each individual topic so we can cover all of the important stuff on Sunday. And then after Geeky Geezers, go refresh your drink, get yourself some refreshments, and then get back over to Deleted Scenes channel for The Other Side of Midnight. And that is wrong. It is not episode 9. I believe it is episode 10. But that's over back on Deleted Scenes. I put 11 Central, 12 Eastern, but it's really more like 11:05, 12:05. So it's The Other Side of Midnight. See how that works?
Which always
Get
makes me
that?
think of Pink Floyd. Isn't that the name of
The
one?
Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Which then, of course, brings... I don't... And folks in the chat, if you know about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Age of Boomer, do we have a Birdman sighting or anything of the kind? Otherwise, that brings us to Thursday night. Next Thursday, as we said at the top of the show, Netter, who is your special guest next Thursday?
My special guest is Age Boomer.
Age Boomer, he's good people.
Yes, he is.
He's good people because he puts up with me on a regular basis. So we know he must be a very tolerant kind of guy, But so there
I think he's the original Florida man.
He is a Florida man. I don't know if I'd call him the original Florida man, but he is a Florida man. That's absolutely true.
It's like, I discovered that in the news, whenever something happens in Florida, they never call anybody by their name. They just say Florida man did this thing, or this thing happened to Florida man. It's like, no one has names in Florida.
Because a lot of crazy stuff happens in Florida. The talk radio channel that inspired the Canarble Wagon and What You Sippin' On and a lot of the accoutrement of my Friday night last call, they used to have a segment called Florida or Germany, and they would read a headline, and you had to guess if it was something from Florida or if it was something from Germany.
Wow.
Because both places have some just crazy things happening.
Hey, Fletcher Williams, you're right at the end, but you can always rewind and watch it from the beginning again.
Yeah, I thought you were here earlier, Fletcher, but
See?
but
Oh, no, well, hello again. If
either
you
way,
weren't,
how you
had to
doing,
drop
buddy?
off and
Good
come
to
back
see
in.
you. And I think that about wraps it up for me.
I want to remind people that once I hit 275 subs, I'm going to be having a trivia contest.
We're getting
here on
close.
stream.
We're at 252 right now.
Yeah, so help get me up to that 275, and I'm going to have a trivia contest, and I figure maybe 10 questions, might be 15, but then you win stuff.
Yeah, so if you've been paying attention,
Yep. Pay attention to my streams, Troy's streams.
I don't know. I feel like though we're kind of pushing people to be like stalkers, like listen to all the details and try to figure out all the personal information about us in the
Oh,
stream.
Jerry says I'm at 255 now. Cool. Woohoo.
256.
Oh, awesome.
I just refreshed. Yes. So
you
she's
guys.
at 256. Guys, you are so awesome. You just encouraged the heck out of Netter. Super appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
But
So like I said, once I hit that 275, I will be having a trivia contest, and we'll figure out how to do logistics for it so that we can get everybody in their answers. I think I'm going to use the wheel of gifts as my.
I swear I thought she was going to say wheel of cheese. I don't know where that came from.
Okay, I think I'm going to use the wheel of.
Wheel of fish.
To to say like, okay, like trivia question 1, like what color is the sky, and then I'll put the answer in, which is usually blue, and whoever has that answer in the chat, it'll give me everybody's names. It's a should. Yeah, the initial wheel will give me everybody's names, so that I can write down who got the right answers, and
Yep.
then whoever has the most at the end wins.
There you go.
Whoop. And I just knocked my earphone out. So
And if you did just subscribe today, make sure you stop back to the channel tomorrow. Double check that is still good. Honestly, I kid you not. That's exactly what happens, because tomorrow, at least half of the subscriptions Netter gets today will be gone. And sometimes they come back and sometimes they don't. So if you really want to encourage her, do that double check. And do that for all the channels that you think you're subscribed to. Double check.
Pat says
really
257, but I'm still only seeing 256.
Yeah. See?
Maybe I'm on a delay.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm still saying 256, but hey, I am super, super encouraged, people.
Yeah,
Thank
you guys are awesome. Thanks so
Oh,
much.
I love Fletcher Williams. Let's go to 1,000. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, my thing is though, every time I hit a milestone, so like one of the 100, so the next one will be 300, I give stuff away. So like for my 200, I gave things away. At 300, I'll give things away. 400, 500. So every time I hit one of those milestones, I'm hitting those milestones just so I can give you guys stuff. But the whole thing is, I need to get to one of those milestones so that I can give you things.
She's bribing you.
So, and it's usually between I have between 3 and 5 winners. So, yeah. And yeah, it's all stuff that I know you guys want anyway. So it's like, hey, like I have behind me, I have the Star Wars Escape from. I'm trying to read that.
Escape from the Death Star. Yeah.
A board game. I gave away 2 of those, I think, the last time I gave stuff away, and other people were asking for it. So it's like, I'm gonna throw one of those in for a giveaway, and I just got some other gadgets that people use that I've done product testing on. It's not necessarily anything that I use myself all the time, so you get those are I can't talk. Those would be prizes. Let's see, I've already given away like phone chargers and those doohickeys for your car to hold up your phone. I gave away a headset gaming tower thing, so you put your headsets on there, you put your gaming controls on there to keep them all in one spot, nice and neat. So things like that. Fletcher Williams says bribes work, just ask the government. Pan said, I just subscribed, demand to be counted.
I gotta say, I am getting. I understand why this happens. It shouldn't be this way, but I freak out every time I see a famous person that I like trending on Twitter. Tom Baker was just trending, and I'm like, oh my God, no! What? I still don't really know why specifically he's trending, but he is. Nothing. Everything seems to be fine, but it always worries me when that happens.
Well, if Pat S was supposed to be 257, and I'm only showing 256, one of you guys got unsubscribed
right
quick.
away. So yeah, double check right now.
So double check you're still sub to me, because I am at 256. But like I said, I am super encouraged. I appreciate you guys so very much. And with that, I'm going to say what I always say.
Yep.
You know, we can talk amongst ourselves and it's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping your comments and your questions and your trivia and being goofy and you know, all of that. And it's not, you know, like that. I can't say my words tonight. It doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases because some of you are across the pond. It feels like we're hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company, having a great time. And you aren't just our friends. You're our family.
Yep.
We love you guys and we appreciate you being here. You could be doing anything right now and you choose to be here with us just hanging out. This is so cool, you know? Hi, Tommy. How you doing?
Yep.
You know, we couldn't do this without you. I mean, we could, like I said, talk amongst ourselves, but it would be pretty boring. I mean, I talk to my husband all the time, and I'm sure after a while he gets sick of just talking to me. But, you know, like I said, I do appreciate y'all being here. I am so glad that you all made it here tonight. Make sure that you are sub to one another. If you're not already, double check to make sure you're still sub to everyone. And like PJ always says, together we grow. And we will definitely see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Take care.